Hello everyone, I'm TaxShot and welcome back to Persona. Now in the last video, we actually went back to, as you can see, the Mikage police station. You might also realize that I have changed the location of my video camera. I am now over the moon phase. So if you ever want to know, I could probably let you know, but it's only really important, as I found out, for mobsters. Mobsters. Yes, you know, there's gonna be mobsters coming in. This is not just a game about demons and such. Monsters, when you're talking to them, the moon phase has become more important to them. So, if you say you want to see the moon phases, I'll try to find a better spot for my camera. If you have a better idea or suggestion where I should put it, leave it in the comment section below. But, anyways, we also went to the police station to get back this good guy over here, Mark. You know, Baldy better not let the demons overtake the police that easy. Me and Baldy, I mean, that lieutenant had run-ins before and it pissed me off. But he really was worried about me. Could the demon have? Nah, it can't be. There's no way that dude would lay down and die, right? Basically, you see, we went back and saved him, but we found out that the lieutenant and basically the chief of police were possessed by demons. Or they were demons, or something like that. And we also found Brown, which is the guy who bickered with Mark at the beginning. And we hired the prompt to actually, well, take him into our party, but because we're trying to get Reiji, we had to turn him down. Now, if I remember correctly, they're saying that there's a secret access to the Seebeck building in the abandoned factory. But before we go to that, this is a RPG, and so I'm thinking about getting some items. Maybe some healing potion. Let me talk to Kitty Face. Kitty Face. Why did you like Kitty Face? Oh gosh, I don't remember. Kitty Face. You are disgraceful. Do you like dance? You take Lifestone. Do you like bribe? Nope, he does not. Do you like being lied to? Oh, nope. Flatter. Okay, so Kitty Face didn't really like us. How about you? Oh! That's right. That's actually a neat fan feature. I did not know that. If you have the spell card, it gives you an item. It just gave me my item and left. Huh. Let's see now. How about I lie to you or flatter? Cringe. Plead? Oh no! Well, time to kill him. But since this is an RPG, I am thinking that it's probably best to get some items, like some maybe, I think the life stones are like healing potions. I mean, life, it kind of makes sense, and I forgot to change Mark back to where he needs to be. You guys gotta let me not do that. We're happy. That's a debuff? Rapid fire? That sounds like a gun. And we're happy? I'm going to skill greet you. Bye-bye, kitty. Do it to him. So, and I remember correctly, when we found Reiji's mother, there was actually a convenience store there. So let's try to go to the convenience store. Oh, Kitty's back. Well then, let's see, what would you like? Maybe condescend? Sarcasm. Sure. Alright. Oh, then don't want to do that. Pontificate. He does like pontificate. Do it again. Then whew! That actually went better than expected. So yeah, let's see if we can get into... Wait. Here it is. Joy Street! Well, I wonder... Actually, I hope there's no demons here. Since, well... I mean... It kind of sucks to have to fight a lot. So let's see now. Was it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Yep. See, this is the one with, Astrea doesn't carry weapons. Is that alright? That sounds good, but what do you have? Ooh, I got 32,000 yen. That looks like a lot of money to me. It does look like a lot of money. Chewing soul? Well, that just sounds great. We'll just eat each other's souls and we restore his SP, so we eat souls to gain magical powers. I thought you ate mustaches to do that. Card Against Humanity reference. Route drink, okay, restore moderate HP. Restores HP, increases max HP. I'm actually gonna get some of those. That sounds kind of cool. Revival bead. Oh, I probably need some of those. Let me get 2. Just in case, you know, I mess up. I probably will mess up. I'm not great at this game. Hiragana. Restores HP and SP. Cleanse salt. Emergency exit. Whoops, your dungeon entrance. I'll get one of these because I am getting broke, but I might need one of those because who knows? Thank you. Because who knows? If you getting into a tight pinch in the middle of a dungeon, maybe you might want to do that. I do want to browse a little bit. I never actually got to see some of these stores. What's this? Another convenience store? I'm not the least bit scared of demons. That's a very interesting haircut you have there, sir. I am sure it was just a trick, but maybe I was seeing things. Snicker, snicker, snicker. I like Snicker bars. What do you have? A bead? Oh, a rival bead. This stone, this para, this poison, this sick. Ladies and gentlemen, we found the cure for apparently everything that makes you sick. It just took a video game to do it. Beautiful. Well, since I probably don't, and I haven't gotten to that yet, I will keep going. Can I go in here? Ooh. It's another item shop? How many item shops does... Oh, it is a mall. So, it makes sort of sense. My, I'm grateful you came all this way. Things must be hard for all of you. What do you sell, good sir? Lucky cats? Slick drop. Cures ailments. Once again, another cure for everything. Turtle candy. Silver prayer wheel. Battle drink, muscle drink, balm of life, a cord shield. Null's damage floors. That actually might be neat. But I haven't gotten to that yet, so I'm not sure if I'll need it now or later. Clean soul, boards up weak foes, emergency exit. Huh. Neat. But it's, you know. I think actually that one place we went to, let's see, back in here. Right. Velvet Room. That old guy did talk about a few episodes ago. I'm not sure if we were paying attention, but he mentioned about a very mysterious room that's never open. I'll go in that next, but you can see the 7 here. This seems like it's the lottery. Let's see now. Codebreaker machine. What will you do? Start see exclamations. Oh, this seems rather... It's arranged the numbers 1 through 9 on a 3x3 grid to guess the correct pattern. So it's like Sudoku, but a one-block version of Sudoku? If you cannot crack it in the given amount of tries, the game ends. Use further tries to gain the best prizes. The result to the left of the screen shows your previous attempts. Use it as a reference in formulating your next guess. The chosen display at the top shows the number in use. All numbers 1 through 9 must be used in the code. Okay. Use the chosen display to see which numbers are missing from your guess. This game accepts metal cards instead of coins. Okay. I'm just gonna cancel. But from what I gather in, it's kind of like Sudoku. Like, think of, the Sudoku board where you have to, like, match 1 through 9 row per column and all that fun stuff. It's like that, but it's a one-block version of it. And I guess there's a way to tell you... I hope there's a way to tell you which ones are right. It's not rather than just... Nope, it's not this one. Nope, it's not this one. Nope, it's not this one. Because if not, that is going to be a really hard game. I guess that these are where you get your stuff. Hi, so nice to see you. If you're looking to exchange money for coins, I'm your man. Won't you purchase some coins? I'm kind of broke right now, so I'm about to say no. And this guy must, let's see what he does. I can exchange your... You guys look oddly the same. You guys I mean, you have a beauty mark. So obviously you must be the more handsome of the twins. I mean, there's a beauty mark. Which I guess you guys are guys, but... I can exchange your coins for items if that's what you're in the mood for. Want to see what I've got? Yes, I'd like to see what items you got, because I'm not buying coins. The Bell of Crystal? Oh. Oh! Emperor's Blue's Peach, especially using Fusion. Fusion? Since which is this, Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know. I don't think this is Yu-Gi-Oh. Lunar Blade, Soul Blade. That's a lot of stuff. Double Notch, Lance, Raga, Axe, Queen's Rip, Stargazer, Eleking Glove, Tranquilizers. Oh, that's a lot of coins. And it seems like I can get some weapons from this guy, so the other guys don't actually have weapons. This guy, I can win some, I guess. I'm gonna go into this velvet room. I'm curious about this. It's open! Ooh. That is a very long nose you have there, sir! Have you been lying, Pinocchio? And have you somehow morphed with Geppetto? You look like Geppetto, but who's just been lying a lot. Oh. My name is Igor. I am delighted to make your acquaintance. This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It's been quite some time since we last had a guest. This is a room that only those bound by a contract may enter. From this day forth, you will be our guest in this velvet room. I mean, it looks more like blue to me, but that might just be my eyes. I mean, these glasses might have the wrong filters on. But I can definitely hear the piano, and... Lady, you got some really nice pipes. I wish I could sing that well. I would try, but I don't want to make you guys' ears bleed. But yes, I will be welcome here. Your destiny will require you to hone your power. And for that, you will inevitably require our help. I mean, de-stressing is a very good, helpful tool. Be it in real life, be it in a Let's Play. De-stressing is a great tool. The Velvet Room is also known as the Room of Personas. Oh, that's actually important. A persona is a side of you that shows itself when you face the world. So, is this my persona? Because I'm facing the world. Think of it as a facade of protection you wear to face hardships in life. Once again, this is my persona, because I face this to deal with hardships. Perhaps it may. But when I try to summon it, it does nothing for me. Ah! Oh no, I'm your persona. Shut it. You're not my persona, you're my hand. That's my persona is my hand, and that's a very sad persona. Perhaps it may have been rather difficult to understand. Too bad for opponents that cannot be dealt with by human strength alone. We in this room will lend you inhuman power, the power of demons. Now then, allow me to explain my role here. I will assist you in giving birth to new personas. But I'm a dude. The demons contained within the spell card. Okay, so it's a good thing I've been getting spell cards because we just figured out what they do. You were hoping to fuse this one, thereby creating a new persona. Okay. Should you find yourselves with these cards, please do bring them here. What is that desire? Create. Well, guys, I got some work to do because I have a crap ton of Persona cards. Let's see what you have to say. Holy! Oh wait, faces of the moon. The moon waxes and wanes from full to half crescent to new. Many things are affected by the phase of the moon. Oh? Near full moons, demons are easily excited, affecting your counters. In addition, the moon's phase may also have effect on persona creation. Oh! I did not know that. Even the items sold in stores seem to change according to the moon's phase. Oh, it's actually apparently very important. I'm sorry, peoples. Let's see. Types of fusion, basics of fusion, order and affinity skill enhance, fusion accidents. I am gonna be right back, and I'm gonna read all these. Well, in fact, actually, let's see. About personas. A baton was taken from demons that would be your strength. Each of you can take on as many as 3 personas at once. Oh, that's pretty neat. Of the 3, only one can be actively invoked during battle. To invoke a persona, it is to summon it in combat. The other 2 would remain sleeping within you on standby. Personas on standby are ready to be assumed at any time during battle. You could say that understanding your persona's powers is key to survival. Taking on personas. To take on a persona is to prepare one in this room to be assumed in battle. Those personas you have taken on can be actively assumed elsewhere. However, you cannot take on personas higher than the user's persona level. Personas are similar to demons in that way. Push yourself too hard with a low persona level, and your mind can be taken over. Various assumed gain various abilities. Without power persona, you are no different than an ordinary human. You will be powerless before the arcane might of the demon's spells. So what you're saying is if we try to control a persona bigger than us, we basically can almost be consumed and become a demon, or be possessed by a demon? If by chance you were hit by a spell in that state, you will be struck down. By taking on a persona, your defense against spells is considerably enhanced. So we're no longer meat shields. Yay! No more meat shields. I mean, I guess. For some, it may confer strength or increase luck for others. This too is the power of persona. Though they are called personas, each is a hidden side of yourself. I suggest you examine your status carefully after assuming one. That way you can see which of your qualities have changed. Oh, that's awesome. So it's basically, it's not just, hey, I can do different spells. Now I'm actually changing what I am. Well, I'm going to go into just a few others of these. I can, if you want to, I can go back and have you read all of them myself. I'm probably going to read them on my own time just so I can make good personas for you guys in the game. But I'm just going to go into Beatrice's of Fusion real quick. My role is to assist you in giving birth to new personas. If you allow me to use your spell cards to summon those demons, I'll fuse them together, thereby giving life to a new persona. Usually, fusion results in personas of a higher level than their component cards. But you cannot create personas over 10 levels higher than yours. Oh! Such personas would refuse to obey you and be very dangerous. You can also cannot create a persona that we are already looking after. And I regret to say that spell cards used for fusing materials will be lost. Using multiple cards in a fusion will leave you with fewer spell cards. When you gain and what you sacrifice, it's best to consider this carefully. Oh. Well then. Fusion accident? I gotta read this in. It pains me to say this, but our methods are not as precise as I should like. Rare though they are, there are times when an accident will occur in fusion. Should this happen, the persona would likely not be the one you aimed for. I have no way of predicting the result of a fusion accident. But then, isn't that the way of fate? Actually, I think I might go through all these. I know I've been stammering about this a lot, but I think it'd be good for you guys to get a feel for how personas really work. Because, like I said, it's the name of the game. Item exchange. Let me go to... What's this? Persona orders. Personas are distinguishable by Order 2. You will find that you are incompatible with some orders of persona. A persona order will affect you particularly in battle. Take care not to collect too many of the same order of persona. Wouldn't that be a good thing? I mean, if I'm like... I think the one I have as the main protagonist is Hierophant. Or Emperor. It's Emperor. Hierophant's something else. Then why wouldn't I want multiple Emperors? Why would... He's not gonna tell me? Dude, you're supposed to help me here. I have a question. You should be answering my question. Dude, that's rude. Come on. At first, you'll be unable to harness your persona's powers to the fullest. But each time you invoke his face is literally starting to stir into my soul. I don't know if he's happy with the voice I'm doing for him or not. Invoke a persona. Its rank will slowly increase. In other words, you could say that they will grow. When that growth reaches a certain level, you will have more options in battle. Even if a persona learns a powerful skill, the SP required remains constant. Oh, that is neat! For those who played Pokemon, for example, think of this. You just got, Heat Wave or some high-level, Pokemon Fire move, which is like 10 SP. You can, or 10 PP or whatever it is, you can only do it 10 times before you need to go back to a Pokemon Center. What this is saying is with that same amount of bar, I have mana, I can do it just as often as my normal skill. So whether doing a, Ember or doing Heat Wave, I could do it the same amount of time. That's awesome. Every persona grows 7 times. If it starts at rank 1, it will rise to 8. Personas that seem weak at first may eventually display surprising strength. You will grow in combat, but do not forget that your personas grow as well. Affinity. There is a sort of affinity between humans and personas. There has to be. If one is my demonic side or my inner self, there needs to be a connection. Not only does this perfect whether you may take on a persona, it also determines whether or not that persona's potential may be invoked. I would recommend choosing personas you have a high affinity with. Hidden potential. There are many wonderful things about the potential personas hold. They are displayed when the persona user is in certain situations. At these times, they will interrupt the user to unleash special abilities. At these times, they will interrupt the user to unleash special abilities. So what you're saying is, I'm gonna be myself that I don't physically know is gonna interrupt myself. I'd be like, hey, welcome to... No, we're not doing that video today. And then doing something else. Or I'm gonna be... So what you're saying is... Or I'll be trying to talk to a demon like, hey buddy, do you want this? No, I'm gonna punch him in the face. Punch! That sounds like it'd be interesting to see, but very helpful. However, when this potential is displayed, it all depends on your affinity. Affinity is indeed quite important. I went on spell cards, Face of the Moon. Let's go into items. Spell cards are not the only component one may use, because I did see those 2 items above the equipment in the casino. So it might be worth me trying to find another card to actually try to win. Spell cards are not the only component one may use when creating personas. It is also possible to use various items in fusion. Mind you, not all items fused with the persona will enhance its abilities. But many things, such as weapons, guns, stones, and gems, will trigger changes. Gems are particularly useful in fusing higher levels of personas within an order. Ooh! Now, what's the difference between an item and a totem? Some items known as totems have strong associations with certain entities. By including a totem during fusion, it is possible to create specific personas. So those hidden ones I cannot get unless I get these totems, well, where do I get them, good sir? Do I pick them up with a local 7-Eleven? Or do I have to go on some perilous quest through the mountains of Malaysia, trying to fight, find the treasure map in order to get one that you probably are holding for me? Very powerful personas that can only be attained here. In order to create the strongest personas, totems are absolutely vital. Great! So where do I find them? Not gonna tell me, like I thought. There are several types of fusion. To begin with, let us consider guided fusion. This will display the personas that can be made using the spell cards you hold. After this, the spell cards that will be used are displayed. If there are multiple recipes, choose the desired recipe from the list. Guided fusion makes it easy to create the persona you seek, but it will be difficult to grasp the status fluctuations and fusion accidents. There is also manual fusion, which allows you to play more of a role. In this there's the word manual kind of puts it into perspective that that's what it's gonna be. In this type, you select 2 spell cards that you would like to fuse together. You may then see cross-order affinity, status changes, type fluctuations, and alas, the likelihood of a fusion accident. It is somewhat daunting, but also more flexible once you are accustomed to it. You may find something for a pattern to the card's order that affects the result. Then again, there seems to be some which do not fit the pattern. Perhaps you should experiment with different methods of your own. Okay. Order and affinity. Because he says affinity is very important, as great old Uncle Igor has to say. All demons fall into one of several categories. You could classify them by main type, subtype, main order, and suborder. Personas lack main and suborders and are grouped by order, type, and subtype. Not only do these indicate their natures, they are very important in fusions. For example, fusing 2 of the same type tends to result in increased power, but fusing 2 opposed types increases the risk of fusion accidents. The same is true for order. Fusing 2 like orders makes for a stronger persona, while fusing incompatible orders will result in a weaker persona. Man, this is getting complicated. This is not as simple as, hey, I got a fire dragon and I have an ice mage. Let's make an awesome guy. Fire ice dragon knight. No, it would actually make something that's probably more like a peasant. When fusing like orders, the reverse card chosen dictates the inheritable skills. Types and orders are only a few of the trickier aspects of fusion. The only sure way to learn is through the experience of trial and error. Most likely lots of error. Skill inheritance? I'm almost done, guys. At times, a newly created persona will inherit skills from its fusion components. In this way, you may make personas with skills they would not normally possess. Do not overlook this principle when you seek to create powerful personas. The theory behind skill inheritance is, alas, somewhat murky, but we know the spell cards used will not have clashing orders. The type of demon granting the inherited skill is also a factor. Know that the number of skills a persona can hold is limited, as certain special skills cannot be passed down. You should keep this in mind when fusing. Stock personas. The Velvet Room is quite spacious. It doesn't look that big to me, but I mean, there's something. It could be something behind those curtains. Maybe actually velvet paint. Oh! But even so, there is a limit to how many personas we can look after here. So you're not the Pokemon daycare that can only hold 2. And then you have an egg. 16, and no... Oh, that's actually a lot more than Pokemon daycare. And no more. If you have reached that limit, you will be unable to create new personas. Remember to clear out unneeded personas in order to make room for new ones. Okay, so I have this really mean and angry part of myself. I just made it and riveted it up. Bye! I'm now a nice guy. Item exchange, types and subtypes. Personas reach the maximum rank of 8 but no grow any further. They were powerful in that state. However, if you request I discard such a persona, the power of the constant companion will be released, leaving behind a tangible memento of your time together. Oh, that's sad. It may be a weapon, some armor, or possibly a gem. The process is in fact the only way to obtain certain extremely rare items. The nature of the items you may attain through this process, that is for you to discover. So what you're saying is, I actually have to let some of them go? And they'll give me something for being a good owner, I guess? That's sad. It's like if you had to, like, let your puppy go, and your puppy came back with, like, a new, with a bone that, like, it was, like, giving it to you. That'd be sad. Last one. Each demon in Persona is classified by type. There are 4 main types such as element and force, as well as 16 subtypes such as fire and death. These indicate both the demon's nature as well as its strengths and weaknesses. For example, element demons tend to be weak to attacks and strong to resist spells. Contrawise, force demons resist attacks but tend to be weak to spells. In terms of subtypes, fire demons are weak to ice and resistant to fire. Taken together, an element fire demon would resist fire spells, possibly even absorbing them. But those same fire spells would wreak havoc on a force water demon. Do you understand that better now? You must grasp your Persona's strengths and weaknesses before doing battle. Okay, so I think I just talked everything I can. What is it you desire? Well, I just threw a lot of jargon at you guys of how Personas work. I can do a quick summary about it. But in this next episode, I will actually make one, because that sounds awesome. But quick summary. Basically, the cards we get is only from talking to demons. So when we talk to demons and get a spell card, we can go plug and play doing trial and error with this guy. And what we do is we can either have him help us out and say, we can make this guy, we can make these guys, or we can see we have these cards, and then just trying to say, I want to mix these two. And then we get to see some of the things associated. We can see if it's gonna fail, if it's gonna be compatible or not. If he helps us out, he's basically just saying, hey, I can make this guy for you. And then you can do that. And Personas will leave you items if they actually have to leave them, because you can only hold so many. So when you release one, so to say, they can leave you an item, which some of them can only be obtained by getting rid of them. They have a super potential, which apparently they would jump in and use when it actually comes to rise. And the types will actually matter. So he's mentioned a fire element demon would most likely absorb fire spells, will be very resistant to them, or it would be great damage to a water force demon. So it's very important, and there's a lot of things go into making Personas. And since that is a lot of information, I wanted to make a video specifically on this. And with that, I am gonna go and, well, just take a moment to reflect. As I don't know, but as I said, Geppetto, you've kind of let your nose go. I mean, I'm not sure. Have you been lying to me that entire time? Because I'm not sure. I think it grew a few inches. It might have. So, say goodbye to Geppetto. And if you like this video, please subscribe for more weekly content. And if you like this video, leave a comment in the section below. Leave a like. And maybe tell a friend about it. I'm trying to put out 3 videos a week, trying new things. And I'm also going to try to get streaming working. And so if you're someone who likes watching live streams versus a video, I'll be trying to get that out. And I'll be trying to work with a Twitter account to get people insight on when I'll be doing those. But in the next video, we shall create our first persona. So don't miss it. But until next time, catch you later.